Good afternoon. It's time once again for the Hidenet market report covering Latin America, North America, and Europe. And things were relatively, I wouldn't say active, but interesting in Brazil this week. Ronald Goel reports from Novo Hamburgo that the Brazilian fresh hides have dropped. This is regardless of slaughter that's been mitigated a little bit by the JBS situation. Argentine raw hides were stable in price. Uruguayan slaughter was down 1.7%, and Brazilian wet blue, like was the case last week, sold at TR1 with unconfirmed rumors at 97, 98, and 99 cents, which is probably, I wouldn't bet against it. And some JBS units in Brazil suspended cattle purchases. So what's going on down there? A lot remains to be seen with the ramifications, because now both of the Batista brothers, who are the driving force behind this largest company in the world of its type, are in jail, which is whatever the right or wrong, was surely going to impede or affect negatively JBS one way or another. But meanwhile, they're still the largest slaughterer, and even though Marfrig has taken up some of the spots, some of the slack, there still is not an abundance. But there's worse than that. There's a lack of business from their traditional customers in Europe and China. So therefore, the tanners are pressed, and if they must say to their packers, if we can't get at this price, we're not going to buy them. In Paraguay, prices were steady to last. Slaughter slowed. Argentine slaughter slowed as well. Brazilian cattle slaughter overall fell 3.1% in the second quarter. Now we're getting in the fourth quarter. This is the second quarter. And Brazil's footwear export volume dropped 4.4% in August. Mexican protein production grows, and beef consumption in Uruguay has risen. Andre Guolo speaks to us from Bologna, Italy, just before the big week of the MyCam and the MyPal coming up on Monday. But he says European tanners, except in a few cases, have suspended purchase of British hides because there is no clarity. Offered at $1.65 on 36 and up, that's in pounds. Didn't find a market, which is not surprising. Andrea points out that if you take an average 41 kilo ox heifer, the hide price would be over 67 pounds, when today you can spend from $80 to $85 to buy an American wet blue heavy Texas steer. No comparison. So therefore, the American Texas steers, which we'll talk about in a second, have gained share out of the UK. And there's lower prices heard here and there, all because of this. Prices were said to be falling in Ireland as well. And there's a downward trend in Europe overall. In North America this week, prices were slow. Trading was slow. Prices were mixed. Texas came down a little bit more. But what's surprising and impressive is that all the other selections, like branded cows, native cows, dairy cows, and more importantly, heavy native steers and butt branded steers and side branded steers, basically sold at steady levels. So we've had week after week now of poor sales, and the only thing that's really come down is heavy Texas, which is a major thing because it's the biggest production. On our report this week, we have the United States hide and leather and skin export figures reviewed by country of outstanding sales. We've also got our own chart showing shipments of outstanding sales to various countries. And also, the USDA lowered their U.S. beef production estimates going forward in a couple of years. It appears that the packers did not sell or kill. So therefore, that's not a good sign for the market. But again, with the same week after week, this week they happen to sell to kill a little bit more. But the same thing week after week, where more hides are produced than sold, and still the market doesn't go down. That's impressive. Anyhow, we go into detail about that and many other details in our product called This Week in Leather, which covers a raft of areas, and our international report, which you won't want to miss if you deal in more than one particular country. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.